Well, I thank one of you for recommending this disappearance of Rico Omar Harris, born May 19th, 1977, disappeared October 10th, 2014. He was an American former professional basketball player. As a high school student standout in his native Southern California, he later led Los Angeles City College to the first junior college title in 1997. He later was with the Harlem Globetrotters. He was one of 4 children born to Idaho State star and his young wife, and he'd given up basketball before returning to it his last 2 years at Temple City High School. Harris ended his season at Northridge after being suspended twice for violation of team rules. He eventually made his way to the Globetrotters, but injuries from a 2000 assault forced him to quit after 1 month. After leaving basketball, alcoholism began to manifest. He became addicted to illegal drugs as well. He was arrested many times before he was able to recover in 2007. By October of 2014, he had relocated to Seattle with a longtime girlfriend and applied for a job there. He never arrived back there while returning from a trip to his mother's home in Alhambra. To complete the move, he was last heard from when he left a message for his girlfriend. The call was traced to the Sacramento area, and his abandoned car was found on Yolo County Park several days later. There were some possible sightings up to a week afterwards, but none have really been confirmed. Beyond a cell phone video the night of his disappearance, and extensive searches since have failed to find any trace of him. This was actually featured on some investigation discovery series called Disappeared. Wow. I'm just going down here to get to the disappearance. So the investigation, when he failed to return to Seattle, recalling that he had once disappeared for a few hours to San Diego, they decided to wait for his return. But by October 14th, several days he missed the job interview, they realized he was not going to do so and something went wrong, and they reported him missing. The Ayolo deputy sheriff patrolling along the stretch of the California Route 16 in Cache Creek north of Rumsey saw the black Nissan Maxima sedan in the county park's lot for the second day straight. He looked inside, saw CDs, credit cards, various papers. The car had not been reported stolen. So his superiors contacted the Alhambra police, where they found out who it was registered to. They informed Fernandez that it had been found, but not her son. So they searched the terrain of the Cache Creek Canyon. Rescue teams began looking over the lightly forested terrain and surrounding stream. An airplane with thermographic camera flew over the area. Search dogs were brought in. Wow, 3 days they found nothing. Rico was 6 feet 9 inches, weighed 300 pounds. They could not imagine how a large person could have disappeared so completely. So the car was towed away and searched. It was out of gas. The battery was nearly dead. They found the wallet and all the credit cards that were used. He'd taken his phone and driver's license. Detectives also found 2 plastic bottles with hard liquor. On October 18th, days after his last voice message, another sighting was reported where the Nissan had been told police that he saw a large man wearing light-colored pants similar to those that Harris had been wearing when he left his mother's house early that morning. There were fresh foot impressions by a size 18 sneakers consistent with those Harris wore, leading from the parking lot to the creek near where the Nissan had been parked. They were unable to find the backpack. He must have been sitting on the morning after his last phone call. They found his phone and charger and some other items not considered relevant. There were pictures of the creek and some selfies where he was standing in front of a sign welcoming drivers to Yolo County with a striking playful pose, apparently taken unintentionally. Shows Harris singing along to music playing in his car and flinging CDs around the passenger compartment. So it demonstrated that Harris had been alive and in his car at that time. They had divers called in to search the nearby creek and found nothing. So the detective working on the case has ruled out foul play. The photos on the phone suggest that he was alone, no evidence of a struggle. His backpack and phone don't have any signs of forcible anything happening. So they believe that he might have taken a wrong turn, ran out of gas, followed the road up, seen a parking lot, and he decided that he got a ride out of the area. Or walked in the woods towards another town. Let's go ahead and ask the cards, what happened to this guy? This will be an interesting one. I'm actually going to start with haunted house, even though I don't know that this sounds suspicious or not. What happened to, I don't know if his name is Rico or Rico. Take us up to what happened. So he was a little worried, probably because he ran out of gas. So he was a little worried about his situation. And he was supposed to meet the girlfriend. So he was excited about meeting the girlfriend, which is Two of Cups and the Lovers. So he was looking forward to her. But this is the card about confusion. So then he was out by the creek or out in nature. And this looks like that this was a challenging period in his life. So he kind of was alone out there, and he went walking. All right, so I think if the car was nearly out of gas, I think he did go walking on the terrain, thinking that he could walk somewhere. This looks like somebody could have offered something to him. And bam, he was, that's with the angels. And this is two angels, black angels of death. Was there foul play in this at all? Was there any foul play? Wow, the last 3 sessions, this card has been the stalker card. This is addiction, though. You have to read these cards differently every single time. This is suffering from addictions. He was trapped. This is the addiction card. So I'm not going to take it that somebody did something to him. I think he felt lost. He might have been intoxicated. I'm going to go to my go-to deck and see what happened. Take us through what happened, and we'll see if this validates. So he didn't feel like life was fair. Here, once again, he was looking forward to this relationship and love. Here's the crick. Here's the crick in the terrain. And there's going to the angel, stepping in the crick, stepping in the crick. Both near the crick. I think he felt trapped. Just trapped in his life circumstance. Yeah, he didn't feel like he was the king of his life anymore. That's the Emperor wanting control of his life. And felt like, he felt kind of immature and judged himself. And here we have the water again, and walking down a long path with no one. I'm wondering if he just got lost and passed away, like in the terrain, or this could be self-harm, like a suicide. None of these cards indicate any foul play, and definitely I think he's ended up in water. I just think he's in water, not near where they have been searching. Is he going to be eventually found? Is he going to be eventually found? Somebody that's traveling on the water. I think is eventually going to find something. Traveling on the water, somebody boating, somebody fishing. I do think somebody will find him. And there again, it's very obvious it's in the water. And it looks like he allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, went to heaven. So I don't, I can't call it that he, for entertainment purposes only, I can't say that he maybe did himself in, but it could have been some accident. He could have tried to cross a creek or something when he was trying to hike or whatever, and something happened to him. I just don't, I'm not comfortable saying that he actually did himself in. It could have been an accident. But it's traumatic and sad that he's never been seen, and that he was troubled, and trying to get a job. He was trying to make the best of his life, and it's a tragic situation. So, wow, it would be nice if this case could experience some closure, so that the family could at least be at peace. So let's all put that energy that there be closure on this case in whatever way is best.